Jane Lee, and I will be a supervisor today, and you'll be the client for today. So let's start with a little bit introduction of yourself.
My name is Farah and I hail from Japan, and I'm all Japanese, and currently I'm in Australia. I have came here 2 years ago, so I'll be elaborating more about my culture today.
Okay. Okay. So, tell me about your traditions and what are the celebrations or rituals that your family participates in.
Well, Japanese, in our Japanese culture, the father has a major right in making a decision, but the mother has more strong says, especially when it comes to our children's education and family financial, and even a traditional thing can be Japanese food is most important. Meals are shared together, and some of the traditional things are when a child is born at the age of 6, he goes to school and learns more things and many other stuff. And one of the important thing in our Japanese culture is if you join a company to start working, so you have to work for the same company till you retire, and over time unpaid, which is illegal, somehow practiced in many companies as unpunishment or holiday shift is uncommon. But in Japanese culture, when you are at the age of 25 and have a baby or two, you may raise them while working for your company until you retire at the age of 65, and people usually die at the age of 80. That has recorded to the past of history that is created.
Okay. Now let's talk about the food traditions that you have, and how are they celebrated? Do you know that?
Some of the food tradition in Japanese culture are sushis, and it's a simple raw fish served on a rice, and it's a major food in Japanese culture. And cold noodles and even egg noodles is a traditional food for the Japanese people.
Yeah. And have you encountered any cultural changes or challenges in adapting to the local customs and traditions since your arrival?
Well, it was a bit challenging because, as I told you, I am a Japanese, and things are getting more modernized. So we have to adapt the new culture. It's getting a bit hard, but we are trying to get new things, especially if I get a friend who is from Britain or any other culture. So compared to my culture and their culture, things are different, but we get along with them and share the cultural ideas, the cultural food and everything.
And have you ever been treated poorly because of your race, belief, ethnicity?
Well, I have never treated poorly or anything. Everyone has treated me till now was better because my the surrounding I had, people were from different backgrounds, and we used to share ideas about our cultures, talk about religions. Even we used to have a community party, our celebrations for our Japanese culture. So we used to also get people who are in Japanese, used to get our other friends, and they used to enjoy our culture.
So, and how does your native culture use your body language?
One of the common body language we encounter while in Japan is Japanese people will bow down to show respect towards anyone.
Yeah. And how do you feel about the food that you receive or choose from the services that we provide? And is that food culturally appropriate and respectful of your dietary preference and restrictions?
And the food I receive from the service is better because I get to taste different food each day, and I get to see new foods, and it's a good thing for me that I get more modernized with this generation, which I like it. And in my religion or my culture, we do not have any food restriction as I'm from Japan. Well, we do eat beef or any other meat that is there. And one of the favorite food or the most common food we eat is sushi that every Japanese will eat.
Okay. Then, as for our our company's policies, we organize a day program for every client. What kind of activities are you interested? And are you interested in sauce activities or some tea making ceremonies? Like you are from like Japanese background, so
Yeah.
like what kind of activities are you interested?
My activities could be like karaoke with my family or friends, and maybe traveling to somewhere else, like having shopping or to a place to see, and even with like hiking.
Oh. And what communications or language tools and methods are like you find very helpful while interacting and while you are currently speaking in English? Like I'm interested to know if you have a preference for communicating in your native language or is staff with a similar cultural background.
Well, as I hail from Japan, so my mother tongue language is Japanese. We use Japanese language to communicate more with our family members, and our second language is English. That's after our mother tongue. But we would like to have someone who speaks into our language. So, because as our English isn't that strong, we don't have that strong accents, but our Japanese language is most common to the Japanese people. So I would like to have a Japanese people to talk with me to explain, person to translate.
According to our company policies, our primary language is English. And we understand the importance of accommodating diverse communication needs. So, if you are comfortable expressing yourself in your native language or require support, we encourage you to communicate in that preference. While official documentation, general communication will be in English, we respect individual needs and are open to exploring ways to enhance communications within the framework of our company rules and regulations. That's our goal, is to create an environment where everyone can communicate effectively and we're committed to finding solutions that align with our code of conducts and policies. So, okay, we'll talk about that later. And how do you feel about working with your current carers, especially considering their diverse background?
I like working with the other carers because it's like I learn about their culture, help us to understand different perspective, and diversity is like we all share open-minded thoughts, and it's like we gain more stronger bonds with each other and share ideas. Even sometimes we get to know about like some cultures have like the cultural things to make, even example for sewing. So as a Japanese, so I like to do that, and it's good for me because we get great communication and make friends, know each other. So I'm happy with it.
I'm glad that you appreciate the diversity among our caregivers, in terms of their background and their cultural perspective. And our goal is to create an environment where everyone feels comfortable and everyone feels understandable. And okay, we'll continue to support our carers as well, and with carers so that they can meet the needs of each client, ensuring that everyone receives the best possible care in an inclusive and supportive atmosphere. And it was nice talking with you. And do you have any questions that you want to ask?
Yeah, sure. Like as I'm Japanese, so sometimes our meal, I would like to have sometimes a Japanese meal. For example, having sushi, egg noodle, maybe once a week. I'll be more glad to receive that meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As per our company policies and procedures, there are mostly Western food, but there are some areas or room for improvement. Like we can talk with our safe and we can talk to the safe, so they can make some sushis or your cold noodles for you, and maybe once in a while or like in a week, 2 to 3 days in the evening or afternoon. Will that be okay?
Yes. And I would like female carers only with me because I'm more comfortable talking to the female carers and sharing my feelings with them. So that's a request that I would like to get.
Mm. I appreciate the way, like I appreciate um, you talk about that one. Don't worry about that. I will look as a I will look the company policies and procedures and provide you the only female carer so you'll be comfortable.
And one more thing, like in our culture, like we celebrate a festival in a month of August. Like we visit out the graveyards of our families. As I know, I'm in Australia, not in Japan at the moment. So if you could arrange me the month of August to take me to a graveyard, so I could pray for my family members. If that would be grateful for me to do.
Oh yes, we can send you we can send you with the carer, one of the carer which is very responsible. So you can tell us like when do you wanna go, like, and we can arrange you for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.